they only come out at night. Mostly.
Oh, dude, you just launched it
I
so
did
hard.
so bad. Let's start again.
Woo! No,
bad.
we're doing this live, man.
Alright, whatever.
In case you haven't heard, this week marks Alien Day, apparently. According to Fox, I guess. I really don't know where that one came from.
Is it like a 30-year thing? Or
Maybe,
like 25 years?
I don't know. Can some nerd tell us when Alien
I
was
have
originally
no idea.
released?
It certainly don't know the date. Maybe it was today. Regardless, though, Dark Horse brings you new Aliens comics from Brian Wood and Tristan Jones, bringing you, of course, more Space Marines being killed horribly by aliens.
What else?
Because what else would you want in a comic book? Very realistic, photorealistic art, kind of like Faster Than Light. I don't know if anybody's reading that, but definitely heavy on kind of the sci-fi movie aspect here. Definitely like they're trying to run a movie in creepy cyborg people, as usual.
Because it's not an Alien
Aliens
installment
movie.
unless there's a creepy
Exactly.
replicants.
And Space Marines dying horribly.
Also out this week is a collection of DC and Dark Horse's superhero alien crossovers.
With Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batman
Only
literally
Batman, pretty
fights aliens with his bare fists. He literally punches them.
And from Marvel here, we've got actually the conclusion of their big lead-in event to Civil War. Not the road to Civil War, that's an Iron Man storyline.
Wait, that was a lead-in?
Pretty much at this point.
Oh, wow.
It's their mini event, because, you gotta have an event and then break for like a month and then have another event. Yeah. So this is Standoff, Assault on Pleasant Hill, Omega, I think? Yes, this is Omega. I don't know. There have been so many weirdly numbered chapters for
The other
this.
one was Alpha. Yeah, I would hope that's Omega.
But it's actually been pretty awesome, I gotta say. All the supervillains have been corralled into the town of Pleasant Hill, where their previous identities are erased and become good Samaritans. Lawnmower men, firemen.
Wait, Lawnmower Men were bad. That went not well. That was not good.
Not literally Lawnmower Man. Not some Jeff Goldblum crap here. But that all went terribly. Baron Zemo was one of the abductees in the Pleasant Hill facility. He remembered who he was.
Of course he did.
Yeah, of course he did. He's the most arrogant dude in the whole Marvel
that's
universe.
like Wolverine going into House of M.
Right?
He's the only one who's gonna know.
But eventually all of the Avengers, not just the all-new, all-different Avengers, but the Uncanny Avengers too, and maybe even the new Avengers, can't keep track of this, they all ended up in Pleasant Hill. Now everyone's there fighting each other over this little girl who is also a cosmic cube, and pretty much caused all of this. It's a lot to keep up with.
Whoa!
But what you need to know, on top of all that, is that Steve Rogers is back. And now he's leading like 3 teams of Avengers at once against Baron Zemo and like 50 villains.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
See, that sounds awesome. Alright, on the other side of the fence here, we're gonna jump to the land of manga, because there is so much this week. We're just gonna kind of quickly go through it.
A bountiful land
It is bountiful. We're gonna start with the amazing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo!
Yeah, do I need to say anything about this one? No, because we talk about it all the time, and if you're not reading it, you're gonna get JoJo smacked in the face. Next
JoJo
one.
smack.
Planetes. This is older one being re-put out by, or re-released by Dark Horse in these very nice large editions. This is like some straight hard sci-fi garbage man stuff. Very interesting kind of perspective on the world when you see it from not just regular garbage removal, but space garbage removal. You thought we were messy. Let alone aliens from other planets, or, imagine like a whole planet full of cats, litter box, it'd be nasty. Anyway, moving on. Knights of Sidonia. Teenage kids with problems and giant mechs in space killing things. Weird Cthulhu monsters, too. Brought to you from the man who did Biomega. And, oh yes, one of the best for last. The One Punch Man! One Punch Man!
One Punch!
Yes! Where things get punched and they explode, and all is right in the world. Silver Fang is back, the old dude, and...
So is Puri Prisoner the worst character in the whole comic? He is terrifying, honestly.
Look at this dude's pack. He's got like a 15 pack. I don't even know what's happening.
15 plus 1.
Yeah, my god. This is just amazing. Yeah. Read some manga this week.
Or you can read some good old-fashioned American comics. Like only Frank Miller can make them. No, I'm not talking about The Dark Knight 3, The Master Race.
No.
I am talking about the mini-comic inside of Dark Knight 3, The Master Race.
With that psychedelic Batgirl.
All about Batgirl. This
Yes.
is Carrie Kelly in a Batgirl costume. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was like, wasn't she a cheetah?
Yeah, for a bit there. Then she was Batman for like the first couple issues of this.
She's having identity crises. Oh,
yeah, she's wearing some like Dayglow green and purple bat outfit with like a Juicy style bat logo on her butt. It's insane.
You know it's Frank Miller.
Yeah.
You know that's unabashedly unedited Frank Miller.
Written and drawn by Frank Miller. Plus, there's a guest appearance by someone who may have shown up for like half a second in the Batman vs. Superman movie. I haven't seen it yet, so, you know, only the marketing campaign would have clued me into that.
Yeah, right. God, this is so cool. And even does a new logo and everything. Alright, anyway. More kind of manga-influenced stuff. Jarrett Williams' Hyperforce Neo, #1. Jarrett Williams is the awesome creator behind Oni Press's Super Pro KO, which is like the best wrestling comic that really I've come across. There's giant men, and they wrestle! And giant women, and they wrestle! Like in the comic book.
Emphasis on wrestling happening in the comic.
With cages. Anyway, not to mention other things. Anyway, Hyperforce Neo, 5 teenagers bound together by super science, which is always fun. Really, really crazy layouts here. Lots of very kind of like Cartoon Network style stuff, but not like just a straight adaptation like you would see from a Rick and Morty or something. This is actually using the form of comics and what you can't do, you know, and putting all sorts of weird little borders of pizza things and other strange animals and species and robots and stuff. This looks like a lot of fun. There are no ads. $4, and that's like at least 35 pages or something. That's a lot of comic, man.
Plus, word on the street is we're actually getting a new volume of Super Pro KO soon, which I couldn't be more excited for.
Yes.
And things have gotten decidedly strange over here this week, with not 1, not 2, but 3 whole doses of Doctor Strange here.
That's right.
We've got the newest issue, #7. This is part 2 of The Last Days of Magic. With a dude so big that he's actually blocking out the logo, like they couldn't even fit the whole thing on here. We've got the Last Days of Magic one-shot featuring like 3 different magicians' last stands against the Empirical, who are hunting down magic all across the multiverse, which has a really, really cool Dr. Voodoo story in here, drawn by the guy that did that Gwenpool series.
No, is that
the backups for
I will always think of him as Brother Voodoo, though.
Oh, yeah, in my heart, he is my brother.
He's Brother Voodoo.
And we also have the hardcover of the first volume of Doctor Strange's current series. This is the first 5 issues by Jason Aaron and Chris Bacalo, plus some really awesome Kevin Nolan art. Yeah. In case, you know, you watched a trailer for something in the last week and you kind of wanted to read a comic, maybe.
And unlike a lot of the other stuff, this is actually really close to what they're going to be doing, because up until about, 4 months ago, nobody cared about Doctor Strange, so... and new from Image as well. This week, this is the first issue of Image Plus. Image is really trying to, I guess, kind of rebrand themselves a little bit, really make you want to come into the comic book shop and find out what's new. They're putting new exclusive stuff in here that you can only get in the comic shop until somebody scans it and put it on the internet. But, that's the harsh reality of life. Besides, though, you won't get this nice little package. Inside, you get a great opener from Brandon Graham, who rightly references Jack Kirby, and how we got $700,000 from Image. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. It's got a little manifesto letter from the editor, Mr. Stevenson, and then previews of a whole bunch of new books, Babs Tarr and Cameron Stewart's new book, Brian Lee O'Malley's new comic, Jeff Lemire's new comic, and it has a very, very special Walking Dead Origin of Negan story that will be running over 12 weeks to make a full issue. No plans on if they'll collect that or yet or not. It's $1.99 or free with the previews if you buy it. So.
Alright, and I've got a new series here from Black Mask. This is 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank, which is about, you guessed it, 4 kids who go from playing D&D in the first 5 or so pages to getting embroiled in a bank robbery scheme by the end of the issue. It's pretty awesome. This is written by
Matt Rosenberg.
Oh yeah, Matt Rosenberg, who did he did that one series that they did that I really liked, that I can't think of the name of. That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could have helped me out with that a bit sooner.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, it's really awesome. And this is another example of the artist actually being credited ahead of the writer on here.
They've been doing that, actually, with the Black Mask stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a really nice package here. Like, no ads, this nice matte cover going on here.
Black Mask has really been turning out some good stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
And there will be more Space Riders.
Yes,
For
second
all
season.
of you talking
Woo!
about Space Riders, that's right. I'm out. You're up.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I talked
dang.
about everything.
Well,
That's okay.
yeah, no, my last book here is something we're actually both really, really excited for. Something near and dear to my heart. Bartkira, the Nuclear Edition. A huge hardcover edition of the internet's favorite mashup. I know, there's a lot of them out there, but this is the best of them, says me. A couple years ago, a madman by the name of Ryan Humphrey was just messing around with watercolors, drawing. He was like, you know, what if I just threw some Simpsons characters into Otomo layouts? And thus, Bartkira was born. And then, an equally madman named James Harvey saw it and decided that the entire book should be done that way. And thus,
we're not talking just one book, like the whole thing.
Yeah, like the whole series.
Entirety.
All 6 volumes of Akira, redrawn by hundreds of artists with the cast of The Simpsons.
It's madness.
Now this is just a selection of the best pages. Like, so good, I don't even think Ron Wimberly's pages are in here. I didn't see him on a flip through at least.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. It's just pretty amazing. This is from Floating World Comics down in Portland. They helped with a lot of printing and organizing.
And they had a premiere party, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just been a really cool, wondrous collaboration that really couldn't happen without the internet. So every once in a while, that weird network does actually churn something decent out.
Once every couple 100 years, you know, okay, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, if it wasn't for the internet, you wouldn't get to see our smiling faces every day.
That is true.
And as you can probably tell, our venerable video monkey is back, which means that the video will be up at like a regular time.
Right, and don't you see the effects budget that we just got back?
That's right. I mean, it's bright. You can see the colors. I know. Yeah, we suck otherwise. All right. Anyway, happy Aliens Day, kinda, still, I guess. And we'll see you guys next week.